Invite our second presenter. The topic is strategic alliances with the Indian region to deter maritime conflicts that may arise from islands and choke points. The presenter is Commodore JJRanasinghe. Now, just a very quick introduction to the presenter. He had his early education in Ananda College, Colombo, and his post or higher education from University of Colombo and also United Nations Peace University, and also completed the diploma in conflict resolution conducted by the Bandaranaike Center for International Studies and MSc in management from this own university. He is currently holding the important position of Director, Naval Training, based in Navy Headquarters. Commodore Ranasinghe, over to you.
Chairperson, scholars, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. This paper I produced to University of Colombo for my master's program on conflict and peace studies. And I know the last session is going on. Every minute is counting. Time is a matter. So far, the Godspeed, so am I. This presentation also pulling the same lines of Admiral Columbage, what he did, the same almost the maritime subjects of maritime security. Gentlemen, the globalization that made the world to be very distinctively a maritime region. In world affairs, especially state to state, nation to nation, the ocean voyage of ships have to fall inevitably astride to the choke points, which are economically and strategically important to economies of the countries. Obviously, it is true because, especially considering the sea lanes of communication in Indian Ocean, when you strategically look in, you find that there are a lot of choke points, and that's a very important area. In the Indian Ocean is home to many choke points, as I said, such as Strait of Hormuz, Malacca, Lombok, and Sunda Strait. Any disruption of energy flow in particular is a considerable security concern for littoral states, because majority of the energy lifelines are sea-based. The importance of energy to the demand heartland like China, India, and Japan is very important, and is extensive piracy, maritime terrorism, rise of narco-terrorism, and terrorist crime nexus course where we government are very peak in this region. The activeness of the region also, this region is very large, of considerable ethnic, religious, political and cultural diversity, includes 47 littorals and landlocked states bordering on nearby Indian Ocean. No doubt it's the epicenter of the world that connects west to the east or east to the west, the most happening place, springboard to the landlocked, especially the Central Asia. That is why the Admiral Mahan made this statement. Whoever controls the Indian Ocean dominates Asia. This ocean is the key to the seven seas in the 21st century. The destiny of the world will be decided in these waters. My sequence of the presentation as shown on the screen. The aim of the presentation is to identify the conflict issues arising from islands and choke points and transitional threats affecting on them. Justification of the study is also as shown here. The problem statement, I found the strategic sea lanes in Indian Ocean is vital, is purely because of the energy-related concerns. And that demands high level of coordination and cooperation between nearby regions. The objective of the paper is intended to discuss the islands and choke points issues on a very different conceptual framework by using the theories of conflict and peace studies. The significance of straits, passages and choke points. The Indian Ocean is definitely home to an important sea line of communication, maritime choke points, large volume of international long-haul maritime cargo from the Persian Gulf, Africa and Europe, and they transit through this ocean, mainly oil and gas. My paper discusses this important aspect and how vital the Indian Ocean with regard to the trade and commerce in the world. These are basically the choke points. I borrowed this slide from chairperson. It's about the straits that we have to concern: Lombok, Sunda, Malacca, and then the Strait of Hormuz. Constructing security through non-traditional and traditional security threats, those are the things that we should, I found in my paper or study. The paper also discusses the maritime security. 3 reasons to concern with when you consider the security. These are defense against the nation, project power. The third is the influence and to secure resources and trade to fuel economies. Ocean threats are basically twofold. That's traditional and non-traditional threats. Traditional threats are basically remnants of Cold War. Example, the North Korean experience. Then the second is the rapid build-up of Chinese and Indian increasing power or power struggle. The third is territorial, religious and ethnic disputes due to the structural, cultural and direct violences. These are the basically the paper found those are as security threats as non-traditional and traditional. I found here more into the conflict and peace, getting into the beyond greed and grievances. Those are the theories of Feschle-Kischer and the Anker Hoffler and the Feschle-Kischer's theories beyond the greed and grievances, struggle on resource and power. When there's more resource and the power, the greed and grievances always occur. This is the Feschle-Kischer's theory coming in, and also Anker. This conflict area is of resource bound. Of course, you're talking about our maritime region. The Indian Ocean region is more into the resource based that will broaden and widen into inter and intra-state conflicts. Greed versus grievances is like loot seeking and with justice, or loot seeking and justice seeking. Greed on others' resources and grievances on protecting own resources may finally introduce the use of force in their will to fight. Obviously, the emerging powers, they wanted the economic, geopolitical and military gains.